I'm Angellight, and I'm so happy you're here. Please stick around. I'm going to be reading for this upcoming full moon and total lunar eclipse in Virgo that's coming up March 14th. It is March 4th today, so it's 10 days before the actual event, but we're all already feeling some resonating energy from this eclipse. So we've been in the shadow for a while. There's going to be a little shadow afterward in conjunction with the upcoming new moon Aries solar eclipse. So I will be pulling an extra card today. I will first start with an oracle. Let's get into the oracle. We're using the Sacred Geometry Activations. We're gonna get the oracle energy for this full moon and full moon eclipse in Virgo. What is the oracle energy surrounding this eclipse in Virgo that's coming up for this new full moon on March 14th? So because there's two eclipses coming twos, I'm pulling two cards just to see first the energy of the actual eclipse, the total lunar eclipse, and then sort of how that balances and coalesces with the eclipse and Aries that's coming up. So for the first card, for guidance, we got fertility, and fertility is number 7. This is what she looks like. Beautiful. I feel like we're matching, fertility and I. And if you don't know, fertility is the basis of growth, and healthy growth at that. Possible growth. I'm going to go ahead and read this card verbatim. It is number 27-9, which this year is also a 9, so that's good energy, good alignment. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new, grander expression of ourselves. Fertility! Gorgeous mandala, like sort of celestial blast. I feel like it's great energy. It does feel nurturing to me. Okay, this hat, which matches with it, feels nurturing. So it's a great energy to be in. I also feel like the cyclical energy, that there may be many parts to it that make it able to function. In one of the last readings, there was a photo there was a card with gadgets in it. I think it was the five of Pentacles, and it's very much giving me the gadget feel. Like there's intricate portions that come together to create this opportunity of fertility. There's multiple portions that intricately and precisely come together to create maybe movement in a certain direction. It's like you can't have a wheel without the spokes, you know? So that's awesome. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source. For the second oracle, let's see what we have. Ooh, it's discernment. It is reversed. I don't typically read oracle cards reversed, but I do think that there's a reason it came out reversed, and I'm gonna feel into it for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and read the inscription on this card. It says, the frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion. Alright, discernment. It just feels so polar, right? I feel like fertility is very needing, like it necessitates having multiple parts or multiple components in order for it to be successful, in order for it to be nourishing and enriching. And discernment is more like this embedded like innate ability that we have. And so I feel like this is a balancing of the two. We go from 27 to 20, 9 to 2. So there needs to be an ending of potentially, like, I always go back to this sort of like very independence driven society we're in, and I think that maybe it's a time for collective engagement as opposed to strictly taking things on ourselves, and it's a great time to like reach out to others. So I'm going to go into the tarot, see what they have to say for this upcoming lunar eclipse. So, Three of Hearts, Three of Cups. Three of Cups is definitely about a community coming together with people who, and energies that align with you. So that's great that came out. Nine of Cups. It does look reversed. Now, tarots, I do read reversals, and so maybe we might feel like in a lack mode at this time of the full moon, and the full moon may have some things to shine upon us to show us that we're not lacking, such as the opportunity to connect with others. Yeah. It's the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, or diamonds, in this deck. This full moon will expose us to new forms of thinking, or maybe possible rearranging of our thoughts around community and around how we find ourselves engaging in community and engaging just in ourselves. Like, how are we enriching ourselves to continuously enrich the community? Almost like discernment, it's like almost this embedded thing. Like, once we enrich ourselves, it's an effect that just happens like that. It's an energetic relation. The King of Swords came out. So yeah, this is a ram, and I believe the ram is Aries, so that's funny that this is coming out. So maybe it's to the time of the lunar eclipse to the time of the solar eclipse, which is about 2 weeks, where we find ourselves in this energy. No. No! Go that way. I heard. So some of us may be feeling like there was some potential mistake that could have been made that was evaded, or that there was a mistake that we were able to be released from or find solution for. If that's you and you feel that, like, stay in that energy. Stay in the energy that is sort of validating you right now, as opposed to anything else. Like, if there is a relationship that just teetered off, flittered away, too many, sorry, then there's a reason it happened. There's a reason that maybe in the moment you weren't able to. Okay. This is the last one. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so the Lovers came out reversed, the Two of Clubs. So yeah, there may have been some relationships that began with the highest of intentions, but then because and through discernment, maybe we have received this new understanding of what alignments we seek in others, and it either instills more confidence in us or instills more confidence in the other party. I'm not sure, because they are already understanding that, as you should understand yourself, that anything that happens is just a thread in the weaving of something grander to come, such as a breakup. So if he broke up with someone, it doesn't have to be nasty, it doesn't have to be anything particular, but if there was a breakup and you're realizing that you had more feelings than you thought you had, that you were more invested than you thought you were in the relationship, and you don't really know what to do next, that's okay. But that does not mean that the relationship is something that is meant for you to carry on with, for you to carry on, period. In fact, it may mean that it served its purpose in your life, so don't be so attached to the situation of the relationship. I was gonna say situationship, but I think that's already that's a term that doesn't necessarily mean what I was going to say, so I'm glad that I sort of got stopped with that. I'm gonna try to open this deck a little more. Alright, so yeah, just like so this sort of feels like a honeymoon period too. Like the honeymoon period is over and now it is back to real life, or now it is back to having to embrace your confidence and go forward at this time, making decisions, being rational, being strategic, being understanding. I think that when people tend to have major breakups with friends, with family, with significant others, that a big part of that is turning and going into ourselves sometimes. Try not to do that. Right now is a great time to connect with others. It's a great time to connect with others because there has been so much individuality imposed on us. Someone may have something to say to you that you didn't even know you need to hear, or show to you that you didn't even know you need to see. And it could come from, again, very unexpected places. I feel like that's come up in a reading that I've done recently. I'll go ahead and try to search for it and figure out which one it was. But yeah, some unexpected gifts. And gifts can be in different shapes, forms, and sizes. So don't take anything for granted when it comes to embracing with community at this time. Show up with a pen and a pad and a paper. Show up with a good attitude. Show up with listening ears on, and don't speak so much, but maybe take in information and see where that takes you. With this 9 of Cups being reversed, this 9 of Hearts being reversed at the center, I feel like there might be like a gap, not only in the heart, but just in our lived experiences that we're looking to fill, right? So while that's happening and existing, maybe it's something that has existed that we've not paid attention to, or that we've sort of glossed over. This is a good time to recognize it so that you can more fully embrace relationships going forward, okay? And at this time, with fertility coming up, it's a big energy of being able to, find lasting, nourishing, dynamic relationships where the parties involved, all supplement and support one another. So yeah, don't be afraid to embrace your wisdom to the fullest at this time. It's really important, period, but at this time it's super important to allow wisdom to guide us. And wisdom is that knowledge that we've learned and gained through all the experiences that we've had. And that could be knowledges that have been passed on to us as well. So, I keep seeing something out the corner of my eye. Corner of my eye. Corner of my eye. Corner of my eye.
Until next time, remember to be love, stay light, and that you got this. Bye.